Hey, everybody, Hopsauce here, checking with you. Hope all is well. Something's kind of not adding up. This is crazy. We got to look at the charts. Check this out. Number one, S&P 500. Now, if you look at this chart, I'm going to focus on the upper end of it, but I want to share with you right down here. I drew a line from the COVID lows, a parallel line all the way up on the lows and the highs. So we have a trending move here that I'm showing you. Look at this. Bounced off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I believe we came up. Here was the tariffs that dropped us back down to that bottom parallel. Then we just shot, moved up. We came up to these 52-week highs up here on that top trending line, and it started to roll over and do its thing here. Now look what just happened. Can you tell me why we just had this 15-day rally from this midsection line that's a very important level? The midsection between the parallels is a very important level that we need to start paying attention to. Take note of that. 15 days in a row. There was only one little red sliver in here along the last 15 days, and we're touching. Hey, wait, did we? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are. Oh, look, we're like 20 points from that 52-week high. I think that wick may have hit the 52-week high. I don't know if you can see it, but that little wick right there hit that orange line. That's the 52-week high. It's actually all-time highs. I'm sorry. On this chart, it's all-time highs. Let's move over. Here's the Nasdaq. I mean, come on. There's a little different pattern in the past here that we're seeing. But if we start to look at the formation of this thing, there's the tariffs again where it dropped off. We recovered. We came back up. How does this happen? Now, I'm just paying attention to this stuff. The same thing, this orange over on the right over here is the 52-week high. Again, on this, it's all-time high. Nasdaq hit the all-time high. What do you think is going to happen? When things hit the all-time high, what in your mind should happen? Is it going to break through and keep going forever? Look, there could be a breakthrough on momentum that does move up higher. I'm not saying that. We can't predict the future, but what goes up must come down. That's the way I am thinking right now, okay? So I just wanted to share that. Check this out. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has been kind of trending downward, as you can see right below my head here. And then we got into this bull flag pattern in this consolidation zone forever. I mean, it's since February. We've been just sitting here, blip, 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 just bouncing off these levels all the way through right here. We broke it. We broke this level of this bull flag pattern, and look what happened. 1 day up, 1 day kind of mellow, 2, 3, 4 days up. Ever since it broke through, that's towards the end of last week and this week. Mostly this week. But look at this. Look at this. We're up at that 77 level. If we hit this 80 and go through it and confirm, we should go higher. Okay, it's critical though. If it bounces off, we're going to probably get right back down into this consolidation zone. So, but we don't know. I'm not sitting here trying to predict. We do not know what's going to happen at the moment. So let's look at XRP. Boom. Same thing. We actually, the upper band of this consolidation zone for XRP is this 150. We were trading at $1.50. It went to 151 today, and it's just chilling around 148, $1.48. So hey, be happy, people. Your portfolio's up a little bit. If you are in the money, I take profits. Okay, and that to each their own. It's a thing that I've learned as an investor. Take little profits whenever you can. I got a link below for TradingView. Just know that there's a lot of scams out there. This is the real official link, okay, that is there, and you know you're not going to get scammed. You click that link in my description there. Markets are all strong across the bar. Stocks are near all-time highs. Crypto's holding up, moving up. Even with the macro uncertainty, this is one of the main things I want to talk about today. We're not seeing this panic, fear, and greed thing. What's going on? This is kind of unusual if you ask me. Let me show you real quick. This is a trade that I actually did, and I'll come over here, the NVTS. Okay, so let me show you this trade I made. Now remember, diversification is huge in these markets. You want to be spread out in stocks and crypto. in terms of crypto, right? We got the top 10 market caps. You want to have most of your allocations within those top 5. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and so on. Now, you can take a small percentage, 10% of your portfolio, and play with the other ones further down the list, right? Now, for stocks, I was kind of too heavy in technology. So I sat here and I made a decision, did a little research. I had to get in, like Netflix is kind of outside of that sector. So what I did, this was in December, did something that I haven't done because it's kind of a higher level trade, and that is a poor man's cover call. So what I did is I bought a Netflix option right around here in December, and look what happened. It was a leap, so I had some time to make decisions. It didn't expire for like a year. Look what happened. My time decay just, oh man, I'm just going down. When you hold an option, it's kind of scary because you don't own anything. You're subject to this time decay where you're sitting there just watching your money fade away into thin air unless there's a price movement up, right? And this thing's just trickling down. I'm like, man, I gotta do something. I gotta sell a call against this to preserve some of my money. Lo and behold, thank God we had this. This was February. Look at this gap up. As soon as we had this run up, as soon as this gap up came, boom, I got back even to my entry position. I immediately sold a call when it ticked up a little bit. So it's a safety to the downside now. Now I get to pull in some premium. And then I got to wait for 30 days. I sold a 30-day call. So what happens is that 30 days later, let's scoot over here around March, end of March, right around here, it expired. And then I go, you know what? These market conditions are kind of crazy. So what I did is I sold my call option for a little bit of a profit. So instead of living on hopium for a 10x move on this option that I have with Netflix, that wasn't my plan in the first place. I just wanted to diversify and continue my slow and steady income with selling these call options. That was my intentional goal, is to sell a option against this leap that I bought, but I couldn't. When it goes down, you're going to lose. So fortunately, that's the move I made on that one, okay? Last trade I'll show you here is NVTS. NVTS is a semiconductor. I picked this up right around this area where I'm circling right here. I think that was November, and I'm telling you, people, look at this. Is a dream. When it was, I actually purchased 400 shares of this stock. Again, to diversify, getting in the semiconductor area. Bought here, it lifted up a little. I sold a call option. Look what happened. It expired right around here, and it just rolled back down. As soon as I got back up to my chin above water where my entry level was, I sold another one. I just kept doing 30-day selling contracts. I would split them up, 2 contracts here and there, and then I would do 4 contracts. But so you bring in the premium. You bring in that premium while you're holding the asset. I actually own 400 shares. So I did the math on this thing, and I think I put in like $3,500 to buy 400 shares. I brought in over $3,500 in premiums in about a 5-month period. Crazy, people. It's crazy. And so I knew, this is personal, I just, the way that the market's going and things are getting goofy right over here, I'm like, you know what? This is a little bit sketchy. I want to get out of this position. I want to go to cash. That's been my goal, is to bring in as much cash as possible because we're going to see some buying opportunities here. And then look what happened. I was negative right here. This thing took off. Now, similar to what I did on Netflix, as soon as we saw a little pump in this thing, my option had expired, the call option that I sold right around here. As soon as this thing showed me a little pump above this resistance line right here, I went ahead and closed my position by selling the 400 shares. Okay, that's just me personal. I get my money back in my account so I can rinse and repeat. Okay, so I can do this whole thing again because I think as a whole that this whole market is going to be moving down after, especially after we're starting to see these all-time highs I showed you on those other charts. So that's just me personal. I wanted to share that with y'all. This is why I'm focusing on the covered calls right now. It's a safe haven. I love crypto because of the exciting pumps and everything like that, but it's kind of boring when things are down and you're not making money, and it gets boring and you're just sitting there. You can't really pull any cash off the table for the most part. So this cover call positions, like, you don't have to guess the direction. You don't have to be a superstar technical analysis chart reader. The market's going to keep moving, okay, up or down, but like I said, sideways, when it's moving sideways, is a beautiful way to make some money, small pieces at a time. You can bring in, and it's safe. Can't you feel it? Can't you guys feel that you look at the ISM numbers, it's not strong, okay? You go out there and you look at some of the other economic indicators, money isn't cheap right now. The rates are still kind of high. Manufacturing is low. The dollar's kind of weak. I mean, there's all these other factors that are not true indicators of markets going above this resistance all-time high. So with that said, I'm collecting cash because I think it's going to roll over. We're going to start seeing some better buying opportunities. And I'm going to share it with you as it comes in, everybody. Got that link for TradingView below. Click that. It's the correct, I 100% guarantee the correct link for you to get in there and start looking at charts. The better you get at technical analysis, the smarter decisions you're going to be able to make as an investor. Now, is it always 100% correct? No, absolutely not. I am not correct all the time, but this improves the probability and it improves your odds of making better decisions as you move forward in your investment career. All right, everybody, thanks for checking in. Hops Up signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.